4 pieces for our album. 3 of them are by living Canadian composers, and 1 is by a living American composer. So the American composer is Lowell Lieberman, and this is, we're going to be recording his sonata for flute and harp that Angela and I have performed a number of times, and we absolutely love this piece, and we really, really, really wanted it on our album.
It just has such an incredible range of characters, and it's kind of constantly morphing and changing, but it always, like, it flows so beautifully together, and it just allows us to be, like, just so expressive in a wide range of characters and emotions.
Yeah, I love the colors, and especially the opening is so dark and mysterious. I think the pedal slides are amazing.
Oh, they're fun to do. Yeah. And then it gets, like, just so, like, ethereal and peaceful, and then it becomes so, like, almost romantic at moments. Mm-hmm. And then it, like, becomes joyful. It just, like, goes through it all.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Like, when we were thinking about what we wanted to put on this album, we started with what pieces we enjoyed performing the most.
Yeah.
That had to be on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we picked the piece that your brother has written, because we perform that a lot and always enjoy playing it.
My brother, Kaili Maimets is his name, and he wrote this piece in 2008 while he was at U of T doing his master's, and then he rearranged it for flute and harp, and not only rearranged it, but he actually changed the harp part quite a bit and added a lot more depth. And I think every time Angela and I have performed it, people are very moved by its beauty, and it was inspired by Riho's longing for the Nordic landscape, the peaceful Nordic landscape that you don't always get in the hustle and bustle of a city.
It starts and it's just so still.
Yeah.
It just feels so still.
Yeah, it feels like a meditation.
Yeah.
It's really, really lovely.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So we're really, really excited to have that on the album.
Yes.
As well.
We knew for sure that that was going to be on it.
Yeah.
And then we decided to be a little bit more exploratory with our last couple pieces. Mm-hmm. Because we picked the Mosaic Sonata, which we had not previously worked on.
No, but it was a piece that I had heard and had been dreaming of playing for a few years. Angela obliged. It's a very difficult harp part.
He definitely writes virtuosically for the instrument. It may not sound like what you expect when you hear the word virtuosic, but it does feel that way. Mm-hmm. I always loved his music, so when you suggested this, I was, of course, happy to play it.
Great.
So we've really enjoyed getting to know it and working on it.
And our last piece is very, very special.
We wanted one piece on the album to be something that was written for us. Mm-hmm. And so we asked Kevin Lau to write this piece. Well, we commissioned him to write this piece. Both Kaili and I have had the opportunity to work with Kevin over the years, and we knew we really liked his style of writing. We knew that he wrote well for both our instruments. We knew we liked him as a person to just connect with, and so it seemed like he would be a natural fit for working with.
Absolutely. He wrote us this piece, and it's a 4-movement work called Little Feng Huang. We just gave him free rein, 4 shorter movements for a total of 12 minutes, and then he was able to do whatever he wanted. It's inspired by a very personal story to Kevin, which actually resonates very much with Angela and I. It was inspired by infertility and pregnancy loss, and unfortunately both Angela and I have experienced quite a bit of that pain, and we think that it's a very common thing amongst our friends, actually, and it's not very talked about or in the open. People often suffer alone,
One of the delays from our album was actually as a result of a medical situation I had in relation to a pregnancy loss. So I had an ectopic pregnancy, and I had to have emergency surgery in June, and we were supposed to record. We had a couple of recording sessions booked in June, and we had to cancel them all because I couldn't do it. And I have been pretty open about my experience and sharing it, and I even shared it on social media, and I've been amazed by how many women and close friends of mine have come back to me and said, I've been through a similar thing. I've lost a pregnancy, or I've lost multiple pregnancies. I felt really alone. I don't have any other friends who've gone through it. And just amazed at how many women feel like they can't share that or feel so alone. I feel really lucky that, I've always been able to talk with Kaili about it and feel like just so supported. We're really lucky to have each other, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And sort of knowing the story that goes with the piece, and now when we play it, where we feel like, I don't know, at least I feel like I can really express my emotions and how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, and we hope that this piece will help others who experience the pain of pregnancy loss or infertility to be able to connect or just feel supported and less alone by listening to this music, and also to keep hope alive. And actually the last movement is extremely moving. It's called Phoenix Rising, and it is a hopeful ending to the difficult journey.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ending.
We're really lucky to work with the Beaches Presbyterian Church, who've been so flexible with our bookings and
rebookings.
Rebookings. Constant rebookings. And Pete Gemmel, our recording engineer, is also has been very flexible, and he came in from Ottawa to record this album.
Mm-hmm. And just is the most patient and calm and amazing person to have at a recording session with you.
Right.
We have to say a really big thank you to Robert Grant, who is an incredible gentleman in Toronto who is so supportive of the arts and has been, over the years, very, very supportive in the harp community. And I approached him and asked if he would be willing to fund our commission, and he very, very graciously agreed to. And so we are so grateful to Robert Grant for commissioning Kevin so that we can have this new work on our album.
Yeah. We also want to thank Factor for funding our album. The support of Factor has made this all possible, which is really, we're so grateful.
It's such a gift.
Really a huge gift. So big thank you to Ontario Arts Council for also supporting our album.
We really appreciate you supporting our vision and helping us come alive. We couldn't do it without the support of these amazing organizations.
One thing Angela and I wanted to do with this album is feature living Canadian composers, and especially younger composers. So Kevin and my brother Dihol.
Yeah, so we're really thrilled to be able to have them be a part of our album and to share their music, their beautiful music, with the world. We hope that this will make all the music on the album that much more accessible to other harpists and flutists and other musicians to enjoy.